Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining me today. So in today's video, we're going to be embossing some vellum and ink blending on it. And I'm going to be using this embossing folder that came with my Spellbinders Scout mini die cutting machine. It's a great embossing folder. It fits perfectly in the little mini machine, but it was exclusive to the machine. So use whatever embossing folder that you've got for this technique, but this is the one that I'm going to be using today. So I'm just going to bring in my Spellbinders Scout die cutting machine. So this is a mini die cutting machine. And what I love about it is the opening is about 3.5 inches and it's got quite a long platform, so you can use a lot more dies on it than a traditional mini die cutting machine. So I've already gone ahead and cut my vellum to size, so it's 3 inches wide to fit the embossing folder. I'm just making sure that it's nice and centered because I don't want to be trimming this down. And then I need to just change my plate setup. So when you're using a 3D embossing folder on the Scout machine, you just want your A plate and your D plate. So that's your base plate and then the adapter plate, and you just put your embossing folder in between. You want to make sure that the folded edge of the embossing folder is what's going through the machine first. And then when I open the embossing folder, you can see that that vellum has embossed beautifully. It looks stunning both on the embossed side and also the debossed side. And for today's technique, I'm actually going to be using the debossed side, but yeah, it looks really, really stunning. So I'm going to do some ink blending, and I'm just going to use these Waffle flower blending tools. These are the double-ended shader 1+ brushes, and I absolutely love them for getting into small details. I've tried smaller blending brushes before, but I've never really got on well with them. I found the bristles have been a bit too long and a bit floppy, and they just don't seem to blend ink very well. But I've been trying these out and they blend ink beautifully. I love the fact that they're double-ended, so it's really good value for money. Really, when you buy the 10 brushes, you're getting 20, and so for me that was a big plus. So I've just blended some of that plumbery ink there on the vellum, and you can see what it looks like on both sides. Now, because it's vellum that we're ink blending on, it will take a while to dry, so you will be able to smudge it if you keep touching it. So just bear that in mind. You want to just let it dry, probably overnight, before it's completely dry. So I certainly wouldn't recommend doing this technique for a quick card that you're going to be wanting to distribute the same day. I'm now just coming in with some Gina Designs like Carnation ink for the smaller flowers. And then on the leaves, I'm going to be using the pistachio ink from Concord and 9th. So I bought a couple of Concord and 9th ink cubes recently to try with their new release. I just loved the colours, and yeah, they just blend beautifully. I'm really enjoying using them. It's great that you can mix different brands of ink together. So don't feel like if you've already got one brand of ink, you can't buy a few colours from another brand if you like the colours, and you can certainly use the dye inks together. So I'm just going to add a couple of gold marks to the centres of the flowers using this big gold marker pen. And again, I'm just adding it to those dots and then the centres of the flowers. And again, because we're working on vellum, you just want to allow that pen to dry on the vellum. But there's our finished bell-ended piece. I think it looks absolutely stunning, and you definitely could use this either way round, but we are going to use the debossed side today. So while I've set that aside to dry, I'm just going to die cut this gift bow die from Concord and 9th from the Kristina Werner line. It creates a really beautiful bow, and I'm going to die cut the 2 thin strips as well. So we're using the thinner bow and the thinner strips for this. I've got some pink metallic cardstock that I'm going to die cut it from, and I'm just going to run that through my Scout die cutter machine. It creates the most beautiful dainty bow, and I love the fact that you've got those thin strips as well, so that they give a really finished look. Obviously you can cut your own strips, but sometimes it's a challenge to get the strips to be the exact even width, and also you don't get the finished look that a die cut gives. So I love that these are included with that bow die. So now we've got all our pieces together, I'm going to go ahead and add some double-sided tape to the back of this card panel. This card panel measures 3 3/4 by 5 inches, and I'm just adding some double-sided tape on the back, and we're just going to use that to attach the vellum to the card panel. So I've turned it over, and I'm just going to make sure that I've lined the vellum up nice and centered on that card panel. And then once I'm happy with the placement, I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to remove the backing tape from one of those pieces of double-sided tape, and then I can fold the vellum over, make sure it's nice and straight. I'm then just going to flip it over again and make sure it's straight before I stick it down. And then that's an easy way of adhering vellum and hiding the adhesive. So I'm now going to add some liquid glue to the back of these thin strips for the gift bow. And I'm just using some Barley Arts glue here. It's got a really fine tip point on the bottle, so it makes it really easy just to add a few glue dots all the way down that thin strip of cardstock. Of course, you could use double-sided adhesive sheets if you prefer. And I'm just going to use my magnets on my magnetic glass mat just to hold that down while the glue grabs. I'm going to do the same with the other thin strip as well. So I'm just going to add that straight across and again use my magnets just to hold it down. And then I'll add some liquid glue to the back of the boat as well. So this is just a really easy way of gluing and sticking these down. I do prefer liquid glue over a double-sided adhesive just because you've got that wiggle room. And if you've got a really good glue bottle with a fine point, then you're able to control the amount of glue that you put out. I'm just snipping off those bits from behind so that they're nice and even. And then I'm going to add some foam tape all over the back of this as well. This is just going to give it a little bit of dimension, and I'm going to be sticking it onto a 4¼ by 5½ inch card base. So it's going to leave a nice white border around it. And then because this is popped up, it's just going to give it that extra little bit of dimension. I am adding some liquid glue here just so that I've got a little bit of wiggle room to make sure it's nice and centered. And then I just think it looks so pretty. And so to finish it off, I'm going to add a sentiment. Now these are the brand new stamp and die set from Concord and 9th called So Many Sayings. And I've stamped and die cut lots of them out and I've just got them in this tray on my desk. So I'm going to use one of those and I'm going to use the sentiment that says best friend ever. I just think that's really cute. I am going to add a few little foam squares behind it, again, just to pop it up and give it some dimension, but there's really no need. You could definitely stick it down flat and use some double-sided tape or some liquid glue here as well. So once I've stuck that down, I'm just going to add a few little clear iridescent gems to finish. And then that is the finished card for today. So thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that it's given you some inspiration of ways that you can use vellum and ways to use your embossing folders as well. Remember, you can use both sides and you can, of course, add some ink to vellum as well. Just bear in mind it will need to dry. As always, I'll leave close-up photos at the end of this video and all the products that I've used will be linked in the description box below. Please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to leave me a comment. I really appreciate all the comments that are left. And if you'd like to see more from me, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care.